Well, the University of Maryland, Towson, Morgan, they all have their own dedicated police forces. And lawmakers are looking into approving a private police force for Johns Hopkins University and Hopkins hospital facilities. Now, Hopkins is a private school. Therefore, it will not be under a state-run police force. Some believe that lends itself to over-policing and possibly corruption. WMAR2 News' Don Harrison is in Annapolis today and talked with lawmakers voting on this bill.
We're establishing a Vatican City with the powers of policing.
That's how Senator Mary Washington describes the legislation to allow Johns Hopkins to form their own police force. Every other major college or university in Maryland has a police force, although those are state-controlled institutions, and those police forces are guided by Maryland law. Those opposed to the police force, like the other universities in our state, say that police presence will not have accountability.
There's so much in this legislation about accountability and complaints and reviews. They go before the trial board, which has civilian members. There's 3 different boards that are going to be overseeing this.
Even with oversight and transparency supporters say are in the bill, freshman Senator Washington believes this police force could overstep their power and spill into the community as well.
What power does the local Harwood Association have to contest if it feels like it's being targeted or if there's any kind of over-policing or if one of their officers does something wrong?
Johns Hopkins is a more than $7 billion entity that is the largest employer in Baltimore between the university and hospital system and is surrounded by a city struggling to keep crime and violence at bay. Some students still have a problem with the school police force.
Really dangerous precedent for how we deal with public safety, now that anyone who can afford a private police force can do so.
What is it going to look like to have 2 parallel police departments operating in a single city? None of those challenges have been fully fleshed out.
This is not some great leap into the unknown, right? I mean, the universities in the city and our state flagship and so forth all have their own police forces. I get it that this is a private university, but I would say that we're just simply putting, a major university in with University of Maryland and Towson and all the rest.
In Annapolis, Don Harrison, WMAR2 News.